Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Women Uplifting Women Podcast. Today, we're going to be doing coffee chat. We have our coffee here. We are ready. We've got our God's Got Your Back mugs. We're so excited. Cheers. Oh, my goodness. So, if you like our mugs, can you also show them your phone case, Mom?
Yes.
If you like our mugs, our phone cases, we have tons of really cute products on our website. Go to thewomenupliftingwomen.com. And today you're here with Vanessa Marquez.
And Mary Jean Marquez.
And Mary Jean is the founder of Women Uplifting Women. And today on our very first podcast, we want to discuss what Women Uplifting Women is and courage. So those are the two things we're going to be talking about today.
Yes. So we just wanted to share our very first podcast, Coffee Chat podcast. Wanted to share with you what Women Uplifting Women is all about, the heart of it, the vision, the mission of it. And so we are a Christian-based women's group in our community here in El Paso. And our foundational scripture and mission is 1 Thessalonians 5:11. And that is to encourage, to admonish, exhort one another, to edify, to strengthen, and to build up one another.
Yes.
And you know, that's what we do every single day, online and personally with each other and with other women. And you know, we have women that come to us for prayer, and we are always present for women, for prayer, and to uplift them.
Yes.
And to encourage them. You know, we're all facing something in our lives, and so it's nice to have each other and to have somewhere to go.
Exactly.
And not just any place, but a safe place to go.
Yes.
And to seek maybe a little bit of counsel or an encouraging word, something.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, yeah. One thing that I love about Women Uplifting Women is that Mary Jean started it online as a Facebook group.
Yes.
You know, one day she just really felt strongly God put it in your heart to start it, and it has grown for the past 9 years into something so beautiful, so amazing. Women on Instagram are DMing us, asking us for prayer, giving us good reports from the prayer, asking for us to believe with them for different things,
Yes.
letting us know the good things that are going on. You know, we started our YouTube channel. We do our devotional challenges. We're over the past 9 years, we've done so many things to connect with ladies and to really be there for them in the different seasons in their lives.
Yes, yes. We have evolved. It has grown from back then to now. And, you know, we try to be relevant in this time and this season, and so reaching out with what God blesses us with. I truly believe that YouTube and all the online media venues are given to us by God to reach out to people, and it's amazing.
Amen.
The reach that we have if we utilize these different venues. And so it's a blessing. It's a great blessing.
It is. We're connecting with women all over the world.
Yes.
The United States, of course, because that's where we're at. But Australia, South Africa, Europe. It's been such a blessing. And I like the way you said that, you know, using social media to connect for God.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it really is. And I believe it's a blessing from Him to us to be able to reach. Here we are doing our podcast. Think about this, right here in our own little space here.
Yeah.
And this podcast will reach literally thousands of women.
Yes.
And I've always felt that when we touch, it's like a domino effect. When we touch one woman's life and we help her in her life, it's like a domino effect. We help her in her marriage. We help her in her family. And then that goes out into their churches, to their communities, to their cities, their state. And so it's a domino effect, and it's a powerful thing that I believe that we are doing. And it's a beautiful, I take such pleasure and such joy in doing this. And every single day I wake up and I'm excited. I wake up in prayer, and I wake up with the thought, okay, what are we going to share today with these women?
Yes.
And to be ready for ministering, you know, if someone comes to us for a need or something, that we are present, we're ready, we're prayed up, and God is leading us and guiding us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen. And if you're listening to the podcast today, feel free to check out the video. We're also recording it for YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, check out the podcast. And
Yeah.
I'll put all of the links of all of our social media and everything, so it's very easy for you guys to find.
Right. And so I covered the mission of Women Uplifting Women, the foundational scripture. And our vision is to build, and God gave me this a while back from the beginning. And I just wrote it down, and this is something that I always say, Women Uplifting Women. We are about building an army of women uplifting women.
Yes.
And that's what all these years, this is what it is growing into, literally.
Yes.
From that very small beginning. And so there are women out there who are ministering and who are helping others, and that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Is that Vanessa and myself, we are the examples, and we encourage other women to do the same in their communities. We can't be where you are, you can't be where we are. So we encourage women to be a blessing in your sphere of influence. Yes. Where you are at in this part of the world. And together we can accomplish so much in touching lives.
Yes.
And making a difference.
Yes. One thing that I really love that you talk about often, about the domino effect as well, is that when you always hear the saying, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
And when we're able to touch mothers in their home, within themselves, to help them, be the best that they can be, we're also touching their children. We're touching their husbands, we're touching their families, and helping growing godly families is so important as well.
Mm-hmm. And in the future, I just want to cover this, is we are going to have guests on our show.
Yes.
And so we're really super excited about that. And we're going to talk about all kinds of things.
Yes.
And we're also going to have fun, because we do have fun.
Yes.
It's important to be happy and joyful and have fun, not always talking about the serious things.
Yes.
But we're going to be talking about business and entrepreneurship. And I would love for Vanessa to cover that, because she was born to be an entrepreneur.
I was.
She's what do you say you are?
I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah. This girl was born thinking about entrepreneur and business.
Yes.
And I have some stories about that, this girl. But we're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about mamas and being stay-at-home parents, marriage, women, all kinds of women's issues, family, ministry. We're going to have a beautiful woman on our show soon, and she's going out into the missionary field. So
Yes.
we're going to be, talking about those things. All of you that are called to ministry, to any ministry in any field, in any area.
Yes.
And so in health and fashion.
Yes, we're going to have one of my favorite beauty bloggers coming, and she's going to be talking about fitness, fashion, and beauty products.
Yes. So that's going to be exciting.
I know, I'm really excited.
We women are always excited for that kind of stuff. So in covering all that, the one thing we wanted to talk about is courage today.
Yes, yes.
And we chose that for our first podcast because Women Uplifting Women, we started all this really, really honing in on taking Women Uplifting Women to the next level in a big way since October, actually. This past October.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said before, it's been evolving. We've grown it, we've done events, we've done luncheons, and we've done, just different things as we go, as God leads us to change some things and to, do things differently. And so we have grown, but in order to get to this point, to get to the podcast now, it takes courage to step out in faith. And we want to encourage you all. You have your dreams and you have those things in your heart, in your life that you want to accomplish, that you want to do.
Yes.
And fear may try to enter in and hinder you, hinder us.
Mm-hmm.
Doubt What are others going to say? What if I fail? What if, the what ifs? Who cares about the what ifs?
Yes.
Just get that courage. God has placed that inner courage in us to step up and to step out and to move forth.
Yes.
And when you have a clear vision and a clear mission as to why you're doing what you are doing, that is your power behind it.
Yes.
That is your energy. That is your everything. So find your mission, find your vision. Why has God placed that in you? And I have found that our dreams and goals and our missions and those different things that God places in us isn't just for us.
Mm-hmm. Yes, amen.
It's for others.
Yes.
It's for your family. It's for your children. You're setting future generations up.
Yes.
It's for others. It's not just for us to be a blessing for us or for us to feel good, but it is for others. And so when you have that in mind, when you have that focus in mind, it's a greater, bigger picture.
Yes, I love that. Things that help me with my courage, I know that God is the one that placed those desires in my heart.
Yes.
To do those things. And that helps me with my courage, because if He gave me the desires, He put those desires in my heart, He also gave me the tools and the ability to accomplish those things. And my favorite verse, my favorite Bible verse is 2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given me a spirit of fear. He's given me a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Mm-hmm. And that was actually the first Bible verse that I ever memorized as a child. And it helped me so much. I was always afraid of the dark, afraid when I would wake up in the middle of the night. And I would just repeat that over and over and over to myself. And it helped give me courage. And now as an adult, I don't use it for fear of the dark, but I use it for fear in my everyday life when it comes to having courage to accomplishing my dreams. And I know God's given me the tools. God's got my back, like these mugs say.
Yes.
That's one thing that I love about these also, is that it's like a daily reminder. I look at my phone, I look at my mug, and it just reminds me. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, so that's what helps me with my courage, is I know God is the one that gave me the desires. He gave me the tools, and I can do anything that I want to do.
Right. So, in talking about courage today is to just encourage you all to go for it. And, fear, I don't think fear ever leaves. It's always present. Mm-hmm. But when you move past the fear and you do what you need to do anyways, it's almost like, why was I even fearing that? It's like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of things, especially as an adult, what I've noticed, it started for me in like my teen years, and then as an adult, a lot of my fear is what other people will think. And that is so stupid, because it doesn't matter what other people think. People are going to have their thoughts.
Exactly.
And you can't control that. All you can control is you and what you do. And when you're like with Women Uplifting Women, 9 years later, we're able to look back and see all of the things that we've accomplished, all of the amazing women that we've been able to communicate with, to contact, like the products, like all of it. Just, I know it was a little bit scary at first to start it, but you just jumped in and you did it. Yes. And every day, just step by step, doing little things. And it's amazing when you look back and you're like, wow, look what I've accomplished, because I used my courage. I did it. I didn't care what other people thought, and I prayerfully did things. God got my back. He helped me. Yes. It's just awesome.
Yeah. And there will always be things and people and all kinds of situations that will pop up. The minute you make a decision to do something great or to step out and accomplish that dream, it's like the enemy he will put obstacles in your path. Yes. He will put stuff going on in your life, and right?
Yes.
I'm just going through a crazy back injury that I had. Mm-hmm. I've never had back problems in my life. And so all of a sudden, all of January, we had so many things planned, and we didn't stop though. We didn't let it stop us. We had
Yes.
to reschedule, we had to do some things. And I was thinking some things got left undone, but we're catching up. But also in all that, we pressed forth. And there were actually a lot of things that took place.
Mm-hmm.
The devotional, the WW 21 Day Devotional Challenge happened. We launched our products, the Women Uplifting Women gear. We're doing the podcast, and there were other things that we were doing.
Yeah.
So we actually, in the midst of all these this situation that tried to stop us and set us back, we did not allow it to. We kept going forth, and we kept going. Yeah. And you know what? That's how it is. Don't give up. Don't give in to situations. And know that when you do step out, stuff may happen. And when you know it, you're going to be ready, you're going to be praying about it. You're going to be prayed up.
Yeah.
And when those things arise, you're going to say, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
By Jesus' stripes, I am healed and made whole.
Yes.
God, you have gone forth before us, and you've made the way right, straight, and blessed.
Amen.
You have all things under control. You've got our back. And that is something that I've always said from the beginning of Women Uplifting Women. I kind of went back in some of the things that were written and said, and that has always been in my heart. God's got my back.
Yeah.
God's got your back, and He does. And we have to step out in faith and step up and move forward. So we encourage you, Vanessa and myself, to get up. And if you're knocked down right now, get up and keep going.
Yes.
And just take that first step. Take that baby step.
Yeah.
And go forth in that plan that is in your heart, that you know God has placed in there for you. And sometimes, we are not islands unto ourselves. We try to do everything on our own as women and as moms, as wives. It's just in us to try to do everything on our own. But the truth is that sometimes we need help. We need a great partner to team up with. We need someone that we can, call or connect with and say, you know what, let's collaborate. Let's get this going. Yeah. We need each other. Yes. We need family. We need others. Yes. So, and that is very vital, and that is so important to understand and to know that it's okay to receive help, to ask for help and to receive help.
Yes, it's very true. Going back to what you were talking about, my thought. What were you talking about before?
The courage to step up and just go forward.
Yes, so thank you. Yeah. One of the things that Mom touched on this, and I want to reiterate, I have always noticed whenever I'm ready to step out in faith and do something new, do something different, edit my resume and get it out there and see if there's a better opportunity, or start working out, or we hadn't gone to church for a really long time when I moved away from El Paso and then came back, and we decided to start going back to church. Different things like that. Anytime you're ready to make a decision, there is always something that arises. There's always something that you have to do now, or that you have to do where you can't, go to church, or you can't go to the gym. And you just have to make sure that you make those new changes, those things that you want to do, make them a priority. Make them a priority and make sure you get them done no matter what. Because there will always be something coming up and saying, hey, let's distract you from this, and don't allow those distractions to happen. When it comes to working out, I have 2 friends. I was amazed when I heard this. I was like, oh my God, I need to do this. 2 of my friends are very diligent in their workouts, and we were making plans as a group, a girls' night, and we made plans, and they were both like, oh, well, I work out at that time. Can we change the time? And for me, that was like, oh, dang, because for me, I would have been like, oh, I normally go to the gym at that time. Oh, well, I'll just go to girls' night instead. But for them, they make their workouts a priority, and I loved that. I was like, wow, I need to do that.
That's a good point. we women will allow everything and everybody else to interfere.
Everybody else's needs.
Yes, to interfere with our needs.
And the things that are important for us and to us.
And we have to say no.
Yeah.
We have to say no. I'm going to put myself first. And you know, I did that as a mom for years. I have 4 daughters. Vanessa's my first.
Yes.
And then my youngest is 16. So there's been a lot of mommy years where I put everything and everybody else first. But I learned very quickly, well, not as quickly as I should have learned, but I eventually got it. Because you know what? I have to put myself first at times, because if you don't, mamas out there, women out there, wives out there, entrepreneurs, business ladies, if you don't put yourself first, you will be no good for anyone else.
It's true.
Your health goes down the drain. Your attitude goes down the drain.
Your mental health, your happiness.
Everything.
You know, I've heard people use this example before, and I love it. When you're on an airplane and they tell you, in the case of an emergency and the air masks come down, you need to put the air mask on you first and then assist your child or whoever else. And the reason that is because if you need air, you need to make sure you're okay so that you can help somebody, because you're going to be of no use if you haven't put air on yourself and you've passed out.
I love that.
And that's what you have to do as a mom, as a wife, as a woman, is make sure that you pick the things that are important to you, like going to the gym, you know, your pampering time, your me time, whatever it may be, and make yourself a priority. I think that's so important.
It is.
And just, you know, like Sundays, I take 30 minutes on Sundays, and I'll get like a new facial mask, or I'll take a bubble bath. And I have 2 little girls, a toddler, 3 years old, and a 5-month-old. And so, and you don't have time to do anything on your own. But Sundays are a day where my husband's at home, and I tell him, I'm going to go take a bubble bath, or I'm going to go do a facial mask. Watch the girls for this 30 minutes, and I will baby myself, because you need that downtime. Sometimes you need that time where people aren't like, you know, pulling on you, grabbing you, wanting
your
you.
time.
Yeah.
It's like,
you just have to, you know, like build yourself up, and when you give yourself that little bit of time, you energize yourself, and you're able to go longer and better. And, you know, I do it Sundays because that's when Jake's home, but also I get to start my week fresh.
Yes, yeah. My time is walking. I love walking.
Yes.
I just put my music on. I'm a country girl.
She is.
I am. I love my country, so I put my country music on. I go out for my 4-mile walks out by the river. My area is so gorgeous. There's horses out there, and
It's your me time.
yeah. So my walks are just time for myself, and to just pray and to connect with God and to seek Him for my day and my week, my month, and for family, for Women Uplifting Women. And so it's just a beautiful time. Make sure you take time for yourself. It's so important. And, you know, and we're talking about courage. So, you know, in that you time, be praying about it.
Yes.
You know, your dream, your goals, and those things you have in your heart to do, and ask God to help you with that next step.
Yes.
Or maybe, you know, you need someone to come into your life to help you and to lead you, to guide you. You know, we talked about that before, is we need help sometimes, and it's okay to ask and seek.
Yes. Yeah. And receive. Let people help you if, you know, you need that help sometimes.
Yeah. So we hope this first podcast was a blessing to you. We just had so much fun with this.
Yes.
We were excited all this time leading up to this moment, to the first one. And stay connected with us. And we will be putting one out. This first one will go out February 3rd, the launching of it. And then we'll do every 2 weeks after, right?
Yes, so it's going to be the first Saturday and the third Saturday of every month. The new podcast will be out.
Right. So connect with us and be on here with us.
Yes.
And we believe with you for your dreams and for your goals. and that you would stir that courage up, girlfriend. Come on now.
Yes.
Get it going. Get
Yes.
it going. Just take those baby steps every single day. Even if it's us doing research on a thing. You know, at least you did something that day toward your goal and toward that dream.
Amen.
So, you know, when your babies are asleep or, you know, you have that downtime, do something.
Yes.
So, yeah. So we love you all. God bless you. Until our next podcast.
Bye.
Bye.